Good afternoon. Welcome to my next board update. Today is February the 25th, 2020. I hope everybody had a wonderful week last week. It was pretty quiet here around Barnes, but lots of learning and teaching going on. Also, we had some parents that came in and volunteered their time to read with some of our students here. This is one of our faithful parents that comes in weekly to read with our students and also do some math from Mrs. Cook's classroom. Here's a picture of Miss Arnett, who's working with some of her students. Miss Arnett really enjoys bringing her students up to the board so that way they can get a closer look at what she is teaching them. And as you can see there, she does have some math manipulatives out. A big shout out to our parent group who was able to donate lots of different basketballs and soccer balls and footballs to each one of our classrooms, including a new bag as well. It has been many years since our students had some new play equipment for extra recess time with their teachers. So yay, parent group. I visited the STEAM lab recently, and they were using Keva blocks. These blocks are used to build different kinds of structures, and they're talking about engineering and collaboration and math and science concepts. So it was really neat to see the kids working together and really discussing the things that they would be building. They worked together collaboratively. Mrs. Clausen actually had a picture on the board of what they should be building and the importance of working together. Here's some of our students that were excited to see me visit a classroom. They were working together. They were actually storytelling with one another during this time. I visited the Spanish classroom recently, and they were actually working on a hand coordination game. This was a brain break that they had taken as a class, and so the next video will show you exactly what they were doing. A picture is worth 1,000 words, and a video is even more so. You can see how excited they were with the smiles on their faces. I know I shared this picture with you last week. I did have a person by the name of Jean Smith come and visit me from Van Buren Schools. Jean Smith is in the Aspiring Administrators Leadership Cohort through Wayne County RESA, and I was contacted about mentoring her for a couple of days, and so this was her third and final day visiting me this past week, and she really enjoyed the school a lot. She talked about the positivity that she can feel throughout, the positive energy that she can feel throughout the school, and she just really enjoyed some of our practices and policies that we have in place. So it's always a pleasure to host other teachers here. Well, March is Reading Month, and before we know it, it is going to be March. Our Reading Month theme this year is Reading Rocks, so it all has to do with music. So as you can see from our calendar of events, it's going to be a very busy month, but it's always a very exciting one for our students. So speaking of positivity, I actually have been speaking a lot to Mr. Armstrong about a book that we are reading together, and it's called The Power of Positive Leadership. This is not just for our school, but it's also for, it can be used for teachers or administrators alike. So if you haven't read the book, I highly recommend it, and I'm sure Mr. Armstrong would say the same. The other book that we've been reading together is The Energy Bus. Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and as you can hear from my phone and the knock at the door, it's going to be a busy afternoon. Hope you all have a wonderful week. And as always, go Rams.